39 signs the global elite's ship is sinking. Number 1. 57 nations approved as founding members of the China-led Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank. Notable countries who signed on June 29, 2015 include Russia, India, Iran, Switzerland, Germany, France, Saudi Arabia, Australia, Indonesia, the UK, Italy and Austria. Notables who did not join are the US and Japan. Number 2. May 12, 2015, Russia asks Greece to join the BRICS alliance. Notice the BRICS trend in the stories to follow. Number 3. May 24, 2015, the Pentagon released documents to Judicial Watch, a government watchdog law firm, proving that the U.S. government played a central role in creating ISIS. Interestingly, the mainstream media failed to cover this story. A few weeks later, ex-U.S. intelligence officials confirmed the report. Number 4. May 31, 2015, Greece's Prime Minister Alexis Tsipras writes an open letter, warns European leaders they are making a grave mistake, and suggests they reread Hemingway's For Whom the Bell Tolls. Number 5. June 2, 2015, the U.S. federal government was hacked as personal data of 4 million current, former and prospective employees believed to have been breached. 3 weeks later, FBI Director James Comey told U.S. senators the actual number could be 18 million. Some believe the hack was coordinated to gather further evidence of crimes by certain government officials. More on that further down. Number 6. June 2, 2015, Kentucky Senator Rand Paul calls for the U.S. government to declassify 28 pages in the 9/11 attack report that the Bush administration blacked out. Number 7. June 3, 2015, famous musician Akon announces his Solar Academy will bring solar power to over 600 million people in Africa. A major victory for clean energy and humanity. Number 8. June 4, 2015, whistleblower Edward Snowden says a profound difference had occurred since releasing the NSA documents and that the balance of power has shifted in our world. Is he referring to the BRICS alliance? Number 9. June 5, 2015, there will be a reset of the financial industry. The International Monetary Fund says the Chinese yuan is no longer undervalued. This sets the stage for the yuan to be recognized as a global reserve currency, something the US dollar, which is backed by war and oil, does not like. Number 10. June 7, 2015, Deutsche Bank, one of the world's largest banks, co-CEOs Jine and Fitchen resign. 2 days later, German prosecutors raided the bank's headquarters in a criminal tax fraud probe. Number 11. June 15, 2015, China says the G7 summit in Germany was a gathering of debtors. They mean this literally, as the Bretton Woods Western financial system is based on debt. And in fact, the entire Western financial system has been running illegally and is technically bankrupt. For more on the real history of Bretton Woods and its connection to JFK, the global collateral accounts and the gold standard, read here. Number 12. June 17, 2015 is quite the day, with the next 4 stories all being reported at that time. First, JP Morgan's number 2, the Vice Chairman Jimmy Lee, suddenly and unexpectedly passes over. Since late 2013, the list of high-level banking officials to have passed over has grown to 70. Clearly, something is happening. Number 13. June 17, 2015, Russia and China announced that all natural gas and crude oil sales between the two countries will now be done in Chinese yuan, formerly the US dollar, and will be convertible into Russian rubles. The US dollar hegemony is waning. Number 14. June 17, 2015, the state of Texas has signed a bill that calls for the repatriation of their gold from the federal government. When asked what would happen if the government tried to steal back the gold, State Representative Giovanni Capriglione said this: "There is a motto in the office of almost every state legislator in Texas, and it's a flag that we have from the Texas Revolution. It's below a cannon, and what the motto says is, 'Come and take it.'" Number 15. June 17, 2015, Greece's Hellenic Parliament's Debt Truth Committee released a report stating that the debt Greece owes is illegal, illegitimate and odious, according to international law. Further, they stated the IMF and ECB, European Central Bank, having illegally and knowingly imposed these illegitimate debts upon Greece and other nations. a direct call-out to the global banking cartel. Number 16, June 18, 2015, Baron David de Rothschild has been indicted by a French court over financial fraud. French police have been ordered by the court to track down Baron. The Rothschild family has long been viewed as the family sitting atop the global financial Ponzi scheme. Lawyer Antonio Flores told reporters, "It's a real breakthrough moment for everyone involved." Number 17, June 18, 2015, in a 2-1 ruling, the Second Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals says Bush-era officials can be held liable for detaining innocent people after the 9/11 attack. Will this lead to some major arrests? Number 18, June 19, 2015, while European leaders tried to save face on the debt crisis, Greek PM Alexis Tsipras was in Russia and gave a speech at the St. Petersburg Economic Forum, stating that the economic center of the planet has already shifted and that new powers are playing an important role on an economic and geopolitical level. Now reread story header number 8 BRICS, anyone? Oh, and Greece and Russia signed a €2 billion gas pipeline deal that day too, a strategic economic and geopolitical game-changer. Number 19, July 5, 2015, Greece votes no to the creditors' bailout offer. This is a massive stance for humanity that Greece just took against the banking elite. As of this writing, a deal has been reached but is expected to fall apart in the coming days. Kicking the can down the road does not solve the issue, but rather speeds up the revolution mindset of many frustrated Greek citizens. October is when many financial experts are saying that some fireworks are to be expected. Number 20, July 7, 2015, the BRICS Bank officially opens for business. Number 21, July 8, 2015, on this day, several strange events occurred. The NYSE was taken down for multiple hours, the Wall Street Journal was taken offline just after the stock exchange went down, United Airlines was forced to ground all of its flights nationwide due to computer issues, and 2,500 people losing power in Washington, D.C. This whistleblower journalist just wrote that his Pentagon sources said the Pentagon-BRICS alliance took it down as a dry run. 39 signs the global elite's ship is sinking. 3. Number 22, July 7, 2015, backing up one day we see that the hacking group Anonymous tweeted this on the evening prior to the stock exchange hack, "Wonder if tomorrow is going to be bad for Wall Street, we can only hope." David Wilcock has previously written a detailed document stating that Anonymous is working with certain patriotic U.S. military forces to legally take down the banking elite. This aligns nicely with what the whistleblower journalist, Benjamin Fulford, just wrote this week about the Pentagon and BRICS alliance in the previous story. Number 23, July 14, 2015, Iran, China, Russia, France, Germany, the UK and the US reach a historic deal on Iran's nuclear program. Entire books could be written on the geopolitical, financial and technological implications of this move. There are also reports that the reality of this situation is that Iran has free energy technology and will be using this to help bring down the banking political oil industry elite. This would make sense as the strongest opponents to this deal have been Israel and its Prime Minister and several American politicians like the Bushes, Marco Rubio and Ted Cruz. Number 24, July 15, 2015, Santa Cruz County votes to stop doing business with 5 major banks, including JP Morgan Chase, Barclays, Citigroup, Royal Bank of Scotland and UBS. Watch this set off a chain reaction in those who will follow suit. Number 25, August 11, 2015, China. A very influential BRICS member shocks the markets and the Wall Street banking cartel by devaluing the yuan by 2%. Number 26, August 12, 2015, China throws a second punch and devalues the yuan by another 1.6%. 2 explosions, which are being labeled as nuclear by some, went off in Tianjin, China just one day after the bold currency move. As of this writing, 4 explosions have taken place and are suspected as retaliation against the Chinese by the Wall Street banking cartel. Number 27, August 13, 2015, China devalues the yuan for the 3rd consecutive day, down a total of 4.65%. As one financial expert wrote, this was the haymaker. In layman's terms, China erased almost 5 years' worth of controlled appreciations in 3 days. Thus, China and the BRICS alliance just told Wall Street and Washington DC/London, "We are in full control here and you will play ball by the rules." Number 28, August 14, 2015, China once again shocked the world by announcing an updated total of the gold reserves, just 29 days after their last update. In the past, they have updated their reserve total only every 5 or 6 years. Clearly, a transition to the gold standard is at hand. This is the last thing the fiat-based US dollar and central banking cabal wants and can afford. Number 29, August 24, 2015, David Wilcock releases a new update stating that his inside sources are telling him the geopolitical situation playing out between the banking cabal and the BRICS alliance is reaching a crescendo. Number 30, August 28, 2015, North Korea and South Korea agree to hold peace talks as North Korea's Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un said the agreement is a landmark occasion in the road to reconciliation and trust. Is the banking cabal's influence over South Korea being dismantled? It's well known they have long controlled South Korea and have infiltrated their governments as a means to keep the two Koreas divided. Secondly, the more that unity and peace spreads, the quicker the cabal falls, and they know this. Number 31, August 31, 2015, in an article that I highly recommend, the author perfectly describes what China, Russia and the BRICS alliance are doing to the US dollar and thus to the banking cabal by China dumping billions of dollars worth of US treasuries. I'll leave you with this quote from the article: "China, Russia and much of the international community is signaling that they're prepared and strapped in there in the cockpit, and have punched their hyperdrive. The dollarization will quicken to warp speed. Eurasia is ready for this rocket ride to begin and to benefit, on their balance sheets, from the gold and silver revaluations shortly to take place." Number 32, September 1, 2015, Vladimir Putin drafts a bill aimed at eliminating, yes eliminating, the US dollar and euro from trade between CIS countries, which includes Russia, Belarus, Armenia, Kazakhstan, Kyrgyzstan, Tajikistan and other countries of the former Soviet Union. Number 33, September 3, 2015, Guatemala erupts in protests calling for the resignation of their president. He does resign and is jailed in connection to a corruption scandal. Number 34, September 3, 2015, 34 senators have committed to support the Iran nuclear deal, which again, is a huge blow to the cabal's plans. In addition, Saudi Arabia's King Salman visited Washington over the weekend and has given support to the deal as well. Saudi Arabia, who was once a strong ally to the Bush-Clinton-Israeli syndicate, has essentially turned its back on them. Number 35, September 3, 2015, the Japan Bank for International Cooperation announced that it is in the process of turning to currency swaps in rubles and not US dollars with several large Russian banks. Remember that Japan was of the two the US was the other notable nations that did not join the Asian Infrastructure Investment Bank in late June. It seems as though major regime changes are taking place behind closed doors in Japan. Stay tuned. Number 36, September 5, 2015, the BRICS $100 billion monetary fund is now operational. Number 37, September 6, 2015, over 105,000 people, including union leaders and labor members of parliament, have signed the petition to arrest Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu for war crimes. Since the petition has reached over 100,000 signatures, the British Parliament must officially consider a debate on the situation. Number 38, September 6, 2015, Neil Keenan released a new update regarding the global collateral accounts and the stage of the game he and his team are at in legally bringing down multiple very large banks and bankers. For those that don't know, the global collateral accounts are the single largest financial cover-up in the world to date and have been illegally used and abused by many different banking institutions, governments and corporations. These accounts have strong ties to the assassination of JFK and 9/11. I cannot overemphasize the importance of learning about the global collateral accounts and passing that information on to others. Neil has said that it is expected to be around and possibly before January 2016 that very large fireworks a positive for humanity take place involving all the big banks and several governments and corporations. The wait is coming to an end. Number 39, now, you are here on the planet at this time to make a wonderful contribution. Please continue playing your role for the benefit of us all.